3 set of sleeves to 3 lucky subscribers. So hit that like button, share my videos please, get my name out there. So definitely hit the like button, hit that notification bell, and share with your friends, because I would love to give these out to my fellow subscribers. And thanks again for supporting me. Thanks again for all the things you guys do.
What is up, guys? OddEYES Lumia here today, and first off, I just want to say Happy New Year. I know I haven't put something out for about a week now, maybe 2. Holidays were crazy. You know, that kind of comes with the territory. But I'm back, and I have this sweet new deck feature for you. We are going over the hybrid bond that I played in the last feature match on my channel. If you guys haven't checked that out, I definitely recommend you do. And go ahead and check down in the description for that link. But today, we're going over the hybrid bond deck, so we're gonna go over. It's a little weird how the setup is on this app, but it's a cool little app that you can get on the Play Store, and I'll also leave that link in the description below. Help you design your decks and just give you like a better layout. It's really cool too, because it also tells you like the prices and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. So we're going to go over the tamers first, which is a little unorthodox. Usually we go over the rookies, but this is how this setup does it. So we're just going to go over it. We have Tai Kamiya, you know, pretty self-explanatory for anybody who's played the like AGU-BOND type decks. Your turn will win your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name, other than Doru Greymon, Burning Greymon, Dex Doru Greymon. Moves from the breeding area to the battle zone, gain 1 memory, and draw a card. Really fantastic for this deck because, you know, your main line of rookies is your like hybrid Flamemons or your Agumons. There's no real difference. And it also works with AGU-BOND. If you do end up evolving up all that way, it is possible in this deck, but you know, it doesn't happen very often. Or I think it's Professor Agumon. We'll find that out here in a minute, sorry. But yeah, the main once per turn, you can digivolve your Agumon into 1 Agumon Bond of Bravery in your hand for a digivolution cost, ignoring its level. And if you do, trash the top 2 cards of your security stack. Then if you have 1 or more security cards, delete that Digimon at the end of the turn. It's really fast. It just really wants to rush out your opponent's security as fast as possible. Like, that's kind of a general idea what we do with Red, correct? Yes. So now we're going to go over Gravity Crush. You get +2 memory, and then you -2 memory at the end of the turn. A majority of the time when you use this, you are going for games, so you don't care. And I prefer this, and I know a lot of people are going to tell me in the comments below that I'm wrong about this, and you know, that is honestly your guys' opinion. You guys choose how you want to play the deck. But I tested Red Memory Boost, and it didn't give me the same advantage Gravity Crush did. There were turns when I really did not like to play Red Boost and setup, and instead of just holding Gravity Crush and using it when I needed it to go for that extra attack, was like, you know, I needed to get that extra attack in with Agumon to swing in for next game, or like Agumon in general, put on a tamer, swing for game. Like, Gravity Crush is just so good, and it really is one of those like turn setup kind of cards, and it does suck that you give your opponent 2 memory, but in this deck it doesn't really matter. So then we got Tai Kamiya. You know, at the beginning of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, you make your memory 3. During your turn, all your red Digimon with 4 or more evolutions sources get security attack +1, and then increase the number of security Digimon checks by +1. Security, play this card without paying its memory cost. Tai is just really fantastic, especially if you end up just going like the safe route and you know, set up your Agumon Bond and then swing whatever 3 checks with that, technically 2 checks and a delete, and then set up your Ancient Greymon in your raising area for an additional set of checks, and then play that Gravity Crush to get that Agumon in for game. This is the better tamer than the other one. Marcus was the name. This is a better tamer than Marcus, and I figured that out because I don't really run enough Greymon, and Agumon is the one attacking, so you don't get the buff off of Marcus. So Atomic Inferno, this card puts in hella work in this deck. Main, 1 of your hybrid form Digimon gets +3000 DP and gains security attack +1, and then you gain the effect for the turn. I've used this on my rookies because it's a 6000 DP security attack too. swinging into my opponent's security, and like, you know, if it lives, it's insane. But like, as you saw in the feature match, there was that turn when I swung with Aldemon and he was swinging 14,000 plus security tack 3. Like, just super fantastic. Really good card though. Definitely an inclusion in any deck that's hybrid based. And then my one of is Tai Kamiya. He is just, you know, an additional buff, which is super nice to swing into security safely. He's also a 2-drop, so he's similar to having like a 2-drop rookie for your hybrids like Agumon. So that's why I run a one of, and I've definitely loved it. I have not complained about having it, and only running the 2 other Tai Kamiyas like hasn't really bugged me all that much. Maybe bump it to 3, but it's not the worst case because I do run the Gravity Crush. So we have a Delicate Plan, kind of a main staple of this format because security control and Musketeers are so rampant in the meta. This card is incredibly good in shutting them down. If you're swinging with an Ancient Greymon with 3 checks and you set up like a Delicate Plan for your Agumon that turn and then swing into 3 checks, you just deleted 3 of their security pretty much. Like, it's super fantastic. And then same thing with Hybrid Bond, like, you know, you're getting those 3 checks in and then you're swinging free for Aguni. Like, Delicate Plan is just super fantastic. I've actually thought about upping it. And then one Terra Force, one Gaia Force, whatever. Destroying your opponent's Digimon. Still the absolute best option in the game. Besides maybe Wyvern Breath. Wyvern Breath does pretty much the same thing, but it doesn't hit our boy Paladin mode, who's going to be coming out soon. So this does. So all right, then we're going to go over the babies. We have Demi-Marimon. You know, just Demi-Marimon has been a Lich staple in a lot of decks. That extra plus 1000 DP you get for the turn when you're attacking a player really does matter. It helps you with Aldemon becoming a 12k swinging 2 checks instead of 1k. 11k, because 11k, let's be honest, it definitely can die like pretty easily. But we run 4 of this because it is just honestly the best egg for the deck. I thought about running the Koromon, but well, again, like, you don't get the ability off of the Greymon attacking unless you're building it and you're raising. And if you're doing that, like, you're probably behind, and this deck shouldn't be behind. This deck should really just hit as hard as possible and make your opponent think, what the hell just happened? So yeah, 4 Demi-Marimon, pretty solid egg in red, probably one of the best eggs in red, hands down. Koromon used to be the best egg, now Demi-Marimon is. So yes, we go over the rookies. We got Agumon. Reveal 5 from the top of your deck, add 1 Tamer card from among them to your hand, and return to the rest of the bottom deck in any order. I have a love-hate relationship with this card. I love this card, but I also hate this card. This card has bottomed some of my best resources, and I've definitely thought about like dropping it down, but I like the consistency, and that's why I run it. I honestly like Flamemon way more in this build. Way more, because it hits hybrids and it hits tamers, and I pretty much hit anything off of Flamemon, which is absolutely fantastic. So, you know, just pretty self-explanatory. Searches your tamers. Big recommend. Then we run the Agumon from BT6. He has the all turns once per turn when your tamer Tai Kamiya and its name is played, gain 1 memory. Then when attacking with this Digimon is Agumon Bond of Courage, it gets security attack +1. So what's really cool about this is because it's all turns, if your opponent hits a Tai Kamiya in your security and say they're at 0, you end their turn. It's like a pseudo Hammer Spark, which is really cool. But watch out for Gazis and memory negation effects. Those are very rampant right now. The best rookie in the deck, in my opinion, hands down. On play, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 hybrid form Digimon and 1 red tamer card from among them, and put them in the remaining cards in the bottom of the deck in any order. Hitting 3 instead of 5 does suck, but this card is fantastic. It sucks when you have to literally put this in the raising to get that extra draw, and then you draw into the Agumon or something like that. It feels the absolute worst. That is the worst thing about this deck, is like literally playing a Flamemon in your raising area and drawing into an Agumon. It feels so bad. It feels so bad. But this card is just hands down the best rookie in the deck. Yeah, best rookie, hands down. Then we got the other Flamemon. I've honestly been thinking about dumping this down to 2. I'm running 3 of it currently. While this Digimon has hybrid in its form and 10 warriors in its type, it gains piercing. It's pretty good, but it doesn't happen very often for some weird reason. And that 4 play cost does really suck. This is one you definitely want to play in your raising, and only if you're setting up like an Aguni for the turn. Because an Aguni swinging piercing, like if they have arrested, you could swing Aguni into one of your opponent's Digimon, evolve into Ancient Greymon, delete their Digimon, and do 3 security checks. Like, beautiful feeling. Doesn't happen very often, and I've definitely thought about dropping it to 2, but it is nice because it is also one of those like hybrids you can play off of Ancient Greymon when it is deleted. It's one thing I like about the hybrids more than I do like about the like AGU-BOND and GABU-BOND is you get a floater for the turn, which is fantastic if you have it in your hand. I wish it did trash too. Oh my god, that'd be so amazing. All right, turn 1. Oh, Agumon Expert, Professor Agumon. Okay, word. Agumon Expert. 1 played, return 1 Digimon with Agumon in its name from your trash to your hand. This is really a really good card to set up your AGU-BOND. Because if they had an Agumon early in your security, you can play this, and then the following turn set up your Agumon for an Agumon Bond of Courage. Bond of Bravery. And it is really cool that it can grab any Digimon with Agumon in its name, not just Agumon specifically. So, one of that. Oh, now we get into the champions. So all my champions are hybrids. Pretty self-explanatory, makes sense, right? When attacking, Digivolve this card into Ancient Greymon in your hand with a memory cost of 2, ignoring that Digivolution's requirements. At the end turn, delete this Digimon. Inheritable, your Digimon with the Digivolve into Ancient Greymon, reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. Super nice. You know, if you need to build up and you don't have the Ancient Greymon, you could always build up and set up and try and draw into one. I only run 4 Aldemon in the deck, and that is the only ultimate I run. But you'd be surprised how well you see it with the Flamemons. It is pretty insane. But, anyways, I love Agunimon, and I think it outclasses Lobomon by so much, because you could be your opponent could have left you at 1 memory, okay? And you had this in the raising last turn, and you move it up, and you swing, and you go directly into a Mega that's swinging 3 security checks. And all you do is leave your opponent with 1 memory. I absolutely love Agunimon. I wanted to build like a hybrid-based deck ever since I saw this card spoiled. I definitely liked Lobomon, but this one definitely grabbed my attention more. So then we run, Agunimon evolves from Tamers. We are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Tamers, so it makes sense to run 4 Agunimon. You can Digivolve this card from your hand, from a Tamer if it was a level 3 Digimon. It really is there literally just to close out the game, but it is also not a bad one to evolve into. There have been times when I've evolved and went into an Aldemon and swung the 2 security checks, or evolved and went into an Ancient Greymon and gave my opponent 5 memory, which sucked, but didn't matter because I swung 3 security checks the next turn. It's situational. I like Agunimon, but I like the other Agunimon more, and it feels really weird when you don't have this Agunimon when you need it, and you have the other Agunimon, and then vice versa. So, not a bad one. Definitely one I always hold in hand just for that game-winning swing, especially with Gravity Crush. All right, then we got Burning Greymon. By the way, guys, Burning Greymon does not trigger any effects off of Greymon specific ability, names. Because his name is not Burning Greymon in the Japanese, and they go off of that. So, you can Digivolve this card from your hand with Red Tamer as if it were level 3 Digimon, your turn this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP. Pretty good. Swing 9,000, security attack 1, but with Atomic Inferno. So you're swinging, 12,000, 2 security checks with the Digimon that you just evolved for 3 for the turn. It's not bad. Doesn't come up very often, but it's nice to have that extra hybrid just so you can close out those games. And in a sense, Burning Greymon is better than Agunimon, but Agunimon is cheaper, and that's why we run 4 a bit and only 1 of this. Anyways, Kendo Garurumon outclasses this card. Kendo Garurumon's such a good card. There's a reason it's ran in GABU-BOND even without the hybrid packages and stuff like that. It's a really good card. So then Aldemon, this boy is the sleeper of the deck. You don't have the megas? That's fine. Aldemon gets it done. A lot of people have been hyping up Aldemon. I've been hyping up Aldemon for a long time. Always thought this card was insane, and now I get to use him, and it makes me so happy. Security attack +1. This Digimon checks 1 additional security attack. Your turn, while this Digimon has a hybrid or a red tamer and its Digivolution cards, it's plus 4,000 DP. So 11k ultimate, swinging 2 security checks. Enough said, fam. Enough said. Card's fantastic, and with a Atomic Inferno, it's swinging 14. Yes, 14,000. 3 security checks. And it's easy to get up into the Ancient Greymon. So if you have to build it, it's nice to have those 4 ultimates. But like I said, we are only running 4 Aldemons. So now we get into our megas and our level 7s. We have Ancient Greymon. Your turn, for each Digimon card in your Digivolution cards, Greymon in its name or hybrid in its form, this Digimon gains security attack +1. On deletion, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon with hybrid in its form from your hand without paying its cost. So this hits pretty much any of your Rickies or any of your level 4s, other than Agumon, obviously. So 4 of that boy. And then, we're playing AGU-BOND, so of course we're going to see 4 of this level 7. The cool thing is it's a level 7. This can evolve onto Ancient Greymon. When attacking, if you have a tamer in play, delete when your opponent's Digimon with 13,000 DP or less. Your turn, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon is deleted, trash 1 card from your opponent's security cards. I wish that wasn't once per turn. God, I wish that was once per turn. But it is, sadly. Deck's incredibly fun. I definitely recommend you guys try it out. So, if you guys know anyone who likes TCGs, tell them to hit up my channel. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I shall see you next time. OddEYES, Lumia out.